Good afternoon, Conquerors. Today is Tuesday of Faith Week. So I want to read you a little bit about what happened back in those days on the Tuesday of Faith Week. So bear with me, I'll read this out to you and read all my tablets. So I wanted to make sure I get it right. So just bear with me for a second, guys. Tuesday morning, Jesus and his disciples returned to Jerusalem. They passed a withered fig tree, which Jesus had cursed the day before. And he reminded his disciples how important it was to have faith, and that was proof, because he cursed it and it withered. So, forgive me as I bit my tongue the other day, so I have a little bit of speech issues trying to get around that. I can feel it, and I'm relatively sure that you can hear it, so I just want to apologize. Back at the temple, the religious leaders were upset at Jesus because he established himself as a spiritual authority. They organized an ambush to be able to take him and arrest him for judgment. But he evaded their traps and pronounced harshly against them the following: blind guides, for you are all like whitewashed tombs, beautiful on the outside, but filled on the inside with dead people's bones and all sorts of impurities. Outwardly you look like righteous people, but inwardly your hearts are filled with hypocrisy and lawlessness. You snakes, sons of vipers, how will you escape the judgment of hell? And that was in Matthew 23, 24 and through 33. Later that afternoon, Jesus went on with the disciples to the Mount of Olives, which sits just due east of the temple and overlooks Jerusalem. Here Jesus gave the Olivet Discourse, an elaborate prophecy about the destruction of Jerusalem and the end of the age. He speaks as usual in parables, using symbolic language about the times, events, including his second coming, and the final judgment. Scripture indicates that this Tuesday was also the day Judas negotiated with the rabbinical court of ancient Israel to betray Jesus. So that gives you a little bit of perspective on what we're looking at and how the week is advancing. Because you see, he passed the fig and told his told his disciples about the fig and how he had cursed the fig. His disciples were with him and saw him curse the fig. But the next day, the fig was dead. So he called it out and said, look at that as the importance of being able to remember Scripture and have faith in what I say. That's important, guys. That's important to remember all through this thing. That you must, no matter what, have faith and trust in God. So that's where we are this Tuesday. And remember, this was the day that Judas negotiated with folks about maybe turning on Jesus one day down the road, which we'll come back to. So, alright guys, hope you'll have a good day, and we'll talk again tomorrow.